Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We're going to equip our spinning shuriken, which is the upgrade that we acquired. It lets us hold down R2 to add a little bit of rotational force to the shuriken. It makes it hit multiple times for more damage and more hits done. And our double Ichimonji, which we'll start this fight off with. And aside from that, whew, that was not worth it. Aside from that, this is going to be a real, honest run back. I like this camera angle here. Posture's getting a little bit high. She's not using the grab that much. Maybe she only uses that when she breaks your posture. Has that been the case all along? Am I just now figuring that out? Well, the nice thing about her is that you don't actually have to do a whole lot of posture damage to her, or a lot of health damage to her, because her posture doesn't recover all that quick. So you can play this much more patiently than I did on the first go. Okay, good. Oh, it feels so good to do all these back-to-back perfect parries. Yeah! Oh my god! I love it. Neither one of those double Ichimonjis ever really paid off. At least instead. Instead is an important operative word. Ah. She gives you plenty of time to recover too. Like, it's a really big flurry, this all-out assault of these flowy, elegant attacks. And then, yeah, nice break. Ooh. Yes! I could do this fight forever. I love this one. In fact, we have two really good bosses in this zone. Nope. I don't want her posture to recover too much, even slow as it is. Any second, there it is. Okay, that's Orin of the Water.
I'm so glad. Lord Sakusa brought me that man in his stead. Oh, and he's right over there.
Lord Sakusa brought me that man in his stead, and he's right over there. There is the first of a few really good latent abilities we're going to get. Health recovery on death blow.
Is that you? Are you there, shinobi?
Yes.
I must give you my thanks, shinobi.
Give me more than that.
Thanks.
You brought the shamisen player to me just a moment ago. She caressed me while playing her sweet melody. It was a different song than before. Like a lullaby. A peaceful, warm melody. She spoke to me as she played. Thank you for coming to me, she said. It turns out she was calling to me this whole time. Shinobi, please, take this.
Jinza's Jizo statue. Lord Sakaza, please take this cloth and use it to bundle this little one, so they may live on in peace. And the rest is something we've seen on the Jizo statues before. Just that unique line at the end.
I'm so very tired now.
Mood. So the working theory here is that he has this as a keepsake of his dad, who is none other than this Lord Sakaza. Who's very likely also Orin's husband, or possibly just lover. Also, Jinzo is clearly not quite who she is looking for. Like, it's very clear that they delineate between Jinza and Sakaza as different people. Then there's the whole thing in the Jizo statue about it being a symbol of parental love, and his father was the one who told him about the shamisen player and the song changing and all that. Also, of course, you always check behind the waterfalls. Secret medicine that fully restores vitality, cures status abnormalities. One small part of Ashina is exceedingly old. The ancient soil, rocks, and water that pervaded the land are said to have attracted the attention of the gods. The Dr. Dogen studied the plants in this ancient place, resulting in the recipe for this special medicine. Not too bad. We're still learning more about Dogen and his methods and what he found. And what he may have left behind. I don't actually know how to get to that. Oh, you have to run across the roof of the thatched hut. And then across that. Okay. Well, we'll do that in a second. Wow, that was smooth. We can still go forward from here. After our excursion down behind the waterfall. Which you should always, again, check behind in any game. Now we get to cross the bridge and go even deeper into the Mibu village, this cursed-ass place. We can see another bell guy, a lot of the Mibu villagers, this, not quite a Tori gate, but a path leading further up the left. We'll leave all of that for a second from now and go into this nice open area. Which is, you know, a super clear boss fight arena. Then again, they faked this out before. Or did they? 5. So, with Corrupted Monk, there are a bunch of things that work against her. You can do hit and run tactics just like with Chained Ogre, and it works just fine. But unlike Orin, she recovers posture really quickly if you don't chip her health down. However, given the glow, that familiar glow, appears to be some kind of apparition or illusion. So snap seeds work. They do quite a lot of damage, too. At a certain point, they stop being effective, though. I think it might be the half health mark. Let's see. Yeah. No longer effective for this fight, so we're not going to waste any more, but they've already given us nice advantage going into this. And then there's also just the straight up method of doing this, which is also fun because she has these really cool twirly attacks, a lot of multi-hitting things, and 2 different perilous attacks. There's that one with the non-perilous uppercut follow-up. That one is just a sweep, so you can jump it. The other one that she does is a thrust. I tend to mix her tells up for the thrust and the sweep, so I do a lot of evading instead of Mikiri countering against her. Now we can throw the Divine Confetti on for a damage buff. And the really cool Light Trail. And just continue to chip her down. Now that she's a little bit below half health, her posture recovery is F. She'll recover a little bit, so we still gotta chip her a little bit more, below 25%. But this one is not nearly as rhythm or patience dependent as Orin. Plus, I think overall a little bit less health, even though we wound up just using the posture death blows against Orin. Just 1 health bar in this one, which is a rarity for true bosses, which this one happens to actually be. You would think it's a mini-boss, but no. There we go. It's always really easy to just run under her as she leaps at you to get some free damage in. Plus her turning radius is really slow. That's so cool though, I love those attacks. Those heavy strikes that send you like grinding into the floor backwards with your sword stuck in. Is a pivot point? Oh, it's so good. Yeah, she is recovering nothing now, so it's only a matter of time. I should be able to read her perilous attacks better, but just a flaw of mine. I'm never willing to just take that chance. Two. Usually get 3 in. And then we also have our spinning shurikens, which we can just chip away at her with. You can see it's doing quite a hefty amount of damage for what is essentially free and ranged. You can see the difference, too, between when I charge it up and when I let it go prematurely. How many fewer hits that it inflicts. If I was a little bit better with... Or if I was... It's not even better, it's just confidence. If I was more confident in reading the thrust versus the sweep, we definitely would have had this by now. Because that would have been a lot more posture damage. Just for Mikiri counters there being missed. This is fine for her, though. It's a little too early, I think. Oops. And we still have a resurrection left, which we might just have to use. She is right there, though. There it is. And you can tell it's a proper boss. Oops, sorry about that. That's the other one, the Mibu breathing technique, which now means that we get to dive underwater. And because I skipped over that memory by accident, let's go and try to find that. Somewhere. Oh yeah, it should be in this tab. Bound memory, extraordinary foe, blah blah blah. Corrupted monk watched over the cave entrance deep in Mibu village. Okay, that's nothing. That tells us almost nothing. But there is a sculptor's idol, and we will get a different bit of text once we use it. Once we confront the memory. Oh, memory, blah, blah, blah. What reason could there have been for guarding the Mibu village cave entrance? The corrupted monk donned the mask of a fierce guardian deity. Her form was nebulous, appearing as if in a dream. What reason indeed? That's an attack power up. We'll go further in. Oh, I was saying, that's how you can tell the true bosses apart, is they always give the shinobi execution. Oh yeah, let's just drink this scene in. I love this. It reminds me of Emil's shack in Nier Automata. God, this is gorgeous. It's so good. This is like the ideal, perfect use of God Rays. And then... a shelter stone, a stone found on the altar deep within the village of the water dwellers. Stones will sometimes appear in the bodies of those who have long drank from the fountainhead waters. Step into the marital shrine and offer the fragrant, auspicious stone, one of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. And then, altar of the shelter stone. Shelter stones such as this are an auspicious omen, sweetly scented for a bridal offering. The palanquin awaits with open arms. Huh. And then look at the floor. All these curled up shapes. They could be a number of different things. They could be... Well, let's touch on that in a second. Just keep them in mind as we take a look around. Oh, the mist coming up from the water. God, it's beautiful here. A little bit creepy, given the context of things, but still. So first off, the shelter stone is a bigger version of the red lumps. Keep that in mind. Also, those things on the ground, they look like little fishes, possibly leeches, or small snakes even. There is a snake motif going on, by the way. There's white molted snakeskin all over the village, strewn around. Also, the last time we encountered a big snake, we hid in one of those palanquins, albeit a much smaller one. Then we have this over here to resolve. Also, remember what the herb catalog Scrap said. It was the one that taught us about the places in the valley where snapseeds grow, and how those places are good places to offer oneself in marriage to the Great Serpent. And if you want to be the bride of the serpent, you have to be swallowed by it. Kind of an abstract use of marriage, more like forming a sort of religious connection to this huge beast. And clearly they've gone for the same metaphor again. There's the one-hit kill from Terror. So the people here drink this foul water. They develop these stones. These red lumps and shelter stones that grow inside of them from the water. And then they bring themselves to the palanquin as offerings to be eaten. We know of one survivor in this village who managed to make himself vomit until he stopped consuming the sake that the head priest of the village was giving out. These tributes of foul water. Someone inside the temple is gulping something down, probably more of the polluted water. And there's a way inside. You can actually see a little bit up through the floorboards, and you can also occasionally see the glow of items inside. Like in the corner there. Ah, there it is. So this is one way in, using the rotating floorboard. You can also take another route. Divine confetti, not bad. Let's find that voice. Meet the head priest.
Hello? Hey, what are you doing?
It feels... Oh, that's good. It's melting inside. But it's not enough. Keep pouring. Pour until it brims. Come forth, my people. Come forth and drink. Drink. Indulge yourselves in the sweet nectar. Come forth as citizens of the palace, one and all. Please accept us as your humble servants.
More references to the Fountainhead and the Fountainhead Palace and its waters. Also the insatiable thirst again.
Oh, the cup has run dry. But this won't do. It's too dilute. Refuses to dissolve completely. Unfit to be citizens of the palace. Oh, waters of the palace. Fill our cups once more. Fill them to the brim. To the brim.
We're gonna leave him here for now. But we're gonna remember that he's here. And he's thirsty. He's real thirsty. And there's even another red lump here. Also, remember to turn around as soon as you exit because there is a shrine on the top floor that is super easy to miss, and there's a prayer bead. It's very plip, plop, drip, drop. And this is one of the reasons why I'm really happy with my decision to come to Mibu Village this early on. Because I think it sets way more in motion than you might ordinarily get if you were to just go on the critical path. It lends some really important context to upcoming things. Now we get to take advantage of our new latent ability, which is diving. No breath meter or anything either. To get precious bait. This is precious bait. The texture, slimy, and something resembling horns seem to jut out. Just the kind of bait the master loves. Ring the bell, drop the line. Or drop the bait. Master in quotation marks. It's not the only thing we're going to go diving for. There's a reason I made note of the lake in the center of the base of the village earlier on. Running back through Orin's area. There's another thing that I think I foreshadowed we would backtrack for. Once we quit out of the game and came back in. We'll do that in a second. Do I want to go down that way? I don't think so. I think there's a treasure carp that way, actually, past the water wheel. But again, that's all stuff that I can get off screen. That's more or less farming. We are going to need a bunch of treasure carp scales for some things that I want, though. For now, let's get up on this roof. There's a hole in this. Actually, this is one we didn't go in. I just remember there's the rooster on the roof. Which indicates this is not the house that I was in before. Oh, I forgot about this one. And there's a good reason why I may have forgotten about it, because it only had a fistful of ash in it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Good stuff. Get to see a little bit more of the molted snake skin all over the place.
Resist! I drank it all!
Oh, man. Poor dude. Poor, Shosuke, I think his name was. Couldn't resist the urge to go back for another gulp. Or as the head priest puts it, gulp, gulp, gulp. Aw, I wanted to land on him. And now for another refreshing dip. This one is going to be more productive. Because first we get this. Which is another prayer bead. Our fourth. And then... Holy shit! That's a red-eyed carp. Red carp eyes. A carp that lived in the Mibu village pond. It has 2 red eyes. Carp with only eyes that are red cannot become masters. Though they're considered incomplete creatures that lack the ideal number of scales, their eyes are said to be everlasting. The researcher Dojin in the abandoned dungeon wants these eyes to improve his procedure. Even the carp here are becoming red-eyed. The villagers who have been feverishly consuming the water have similarities to the red eyes, as we pointed out as well. Also, we got that line from the head priest about the water being diluted, not pure. A lot to think about. That's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.